After the days of rage, the Weathermen changed tactics. The new strategy emphasized bombing political targets. But on March 6, 1970, a townhouse in New York's Greenwich Village blew up, killing Weathermen Diana Oughton, Ted Gold, and Terry Robbins. It was concluded that there was a key error in the making of a bomb. After this, the Weathermen came together and went underground and pledged to never harm anyone again.
We were very careful from the moment of the townhouse on to be sure we weren't going to hurt anybody, and we never did hurt anybody. Whenever we put a bomb in a public space, we had figured out all kinds of ways to put checks and balances on the thing, and also to get people away from it. And we were remarkably successful.
Our goal was to not hurt any people, and a lot of work went into that. But we wanted to pick targets that show to the public who was responsible for what was really going on.
In this small excerpt from the Weather Underground documentary, Bill Ayers, on the left, and David Gilbert speak on the precautions that took place. Many misguided people, for example Todd Gitlin, believe that the Weathermen had no regard for human life. These statements from both Ayers and Gilbert clearly contradict Gitlin's statement showing that the Weathermen had, in fact, no intention to injure the innocent. In this clip, Ayers also states that no one was ever harmed after the days of rage in the townhouse due to the Weathermen's actions. For my historical fiction novel, I chose the Pulitzer Prize-winning book by Philip Roth, and it is a fictional story about the Laveau family and is narrated by character Nathan Zuckerman. Swede Laveau, a high school sports star and successful glove manufacturer, has what he believes to be a perfect American life. His daughter Mary, just like the Weathermen, is outraged by the Vietnam War and decides to take action. In 1968, the same time period of the Weathermen, Mary plants a bomb in a local post office, killing a bystander. This radical act ends what was once the perfect life for Swede Laveau and his family. Like members of the Weathermen, Mary is forced to go underground as she continues her radical beliefs. This novel portrays the lifestyle of those who went underground and their struggles as radicals. This novel also heavily alludes to the social upheavals of the 1960s and 70s. The key importance of this whole situation is that, the Weathermen ended up, that's what I've always believed. I know, it's facts. Okay. The Weather Underground documentary, directed by Sam Green, focuses on groups such as the Students for a Democratic Society and the Weathermen. Through interviews and historic footage, the viewer is able to develop a non-biased opinion on the particular groups. Interviews with members provide important information that would not otherwise be found in textbooks. Throughout the film, Weathermen and other activists are showed then and now, and partake in follow-up interviews. It is interesting to see how the members view their actions 30 years later. The historic footage is also a nice touch as it allows the viewer to get a feel for what times were like in the United States, Vietnam, and many other relating locations. This documentary is a detailed overview of the Weathermen's history from beginning to end. The directors were able to obtain opinions from the members of the Weathermen and even former FBI agents that were on the case. This Academy Award nominee is both informational and entertaining, and I highly recommend you see it.
Bernardine Dohrn, the former anti-war leader and student radical, surrendered today.
Most Weathermen drifted away from the group as the Vietnam War wound down, and political infighting broke out among the rest. The organization effectively ceased to exist by 1977. The Weathermen leaders, having spent years on the run, individually surrendered to the authorities over the next decade. A few served brief prison sentences, but much evidence against them was old, inconclusive, or tainted by illegal means employed. Before we depart today, I'd like to leave you with a closing statement, a key question. What differing views of the Weathermen
cause them to leave or faction off from the students of a democratic society.
From the Indians who welcome the pilgrims, and to the buffaloes who once ruled the plain. Like the vultures circling beneath the dark clouds, looking for the rain, looking for the rain. Just like the city.
As a side note, after all that had happened, Bernadine Dorn and Bill Ayers today are happily married.
Like the forest buried beneath the highway,